everybody, and welcome back to our apiary. And today we're going to look at the beehive and what it looks like inside a beehive. But this week we won't have bees. We're going to show you what it's like without the bees. So if we zoom over here, and I want you all to think about your own houses and what you have in your home. And the first thing on the top of your house is a roof. So here is the bees' roof, and that's specifically there to keep the bees dry, to keep the rain from entering the hive. And if you look here, there's holes around the roof, little vents to let air circulate throughout the hive. So the next part of the house is called the crown board, or like in your own homes, the ceiling. And again, you can spot there are little air vents here to help with circulation of air throughout the house. Our next layer on a hive is called the honey super. And this is where the bees store their honey. And Pádraig is going to show you here now how they store their honey and on exactly what they store it on. Pádraig, can you explain what this is?
So this is a sheet of beeswax, and the beekeeper puts this on this frame, these are called little honey frames, into the super. And after about 1 week, if the weather is good, this is from last year, the bees will make this honeycomb. They'll make all this honeycomb first. You can see it on both sides. And when it's fully made, they'll start to fill up each of the little cells with honey. That's when the beekeeper can come and harvest the honey. But we'll see that in the next few weeks. So that's what will happen, hopefully the next time we see it, in a week's time.
Okay, so the next layer of the hive is called the queen excluder. Now the queen is the mother of the bees, and she's the biggest bee. So we don't want the mother who lays all the eggs to go up where the honey is stored and lay more eggs. So we exclude her from entering where the storeroom is. So she stays down in the living quarters, but the little holes here are big enough to allow all the other bees to go up to store their honey in the honeycomb. So if you look now, the next layer is called the brood box. And remember, we spoke about the living quarters, and this is where the bees all live. This is their living quarters. And if you come down here, we can see a little landing pad and a door that allows the bees to enter into their home with their nectar and their pollen for honey production. So that's their little door that they come and go whenever they need to go and collect pollen and nectar. So next week we're going to show you the hive, but it will be full of bees. And a fun fact, that in any one hive, during the height of the summer now, there can be up to 60,000 bees in that hive. So hopefully we get to see a lot of bees next week. And maybe if we're really lucky, we might get to see the queen. Now sometimes it's very hard to spot her because she's amongst thousands and thousands of other bees, but hopefully we'll get to see her. And also it would be lovely if we can see the little baby honeybees in their little honeycombs, the eggs, before they hatch out. So that would be great too, we can get to see that. And that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed our session. We'll see you next week. Have a lovely afternoon. God bless everybody. See you soon.